All right, y'all, I have some amazing news for you. You know what we do. We kill woke policies at the biggest companies on earth, and I have got a huge one for you guys today. A company worth around $200 billion in market cap, and it is a company you have all heard of. And when I say we are wiping out woke policy at this company, I mean we are wiping it out. I'm going to give you a ton of exclusive details that the legacy media can't give you, so stick around and find out exactly how this company is changing. Without any further delay, the company that is changing today is AT&T, a company that we all know, a company that has been around forever, but unfortunately a company like many others that got caught up in this wave of wokeness that occurred throughout the Biden years. Today, that ends. Today, their employees got a statement from the company, which I'm about to show you, that outlines all the changes they're making. And I also happen to know a lot of the exclusive details of what these things mean in reality. So I'm going to dive into each and tell you what they mean. So this here behind me is what employees received today. It's really hard to read in this format, so I copy and pasted the text into a notes format, and you guys can see it a little bit better. So let's dive in. So this is the beginning of the letter to the employees, and it really is language that makes it clear that AT&T is choosing to be a neutral company. They are going to get out of the business of anything divisive. They want to be a company that serves everyone. They want to be there for all customers in every walk of life, in every political belief, and the only way to do that is to adopt corporate neutrality and get out of the business of wokeness. And I truly believe they understand that now. So this first part here about culture really asserts that they are going to be about merit. Merit is what's going to be rewarded. They expect everybody to contribute, and I think that's a great message to send. Number two, career development. This part has a lot of corporate speak, but let me break down the important part here. You see at the end, it's saying these career development opportunities are going to be open to everyone going forward. That means no race-based exclusive opportunities or preferential treatment. It is going to be open to everybody, and everyone is going to have the same chance to succeed. Employee resource groups. If you're not familiar with these are a lot of the groups that go absolutely wild, and they do crazy stuff with the brand, with their logo, and attach a brand to a bunch of crazy beliefs. Well, now the ERGs at AT&T are going to have more oversight from the top to make sure that the ERGs are focused on the core business, on core business development, not on activism. And I think that is a fantastic, very necessary change. Some inside info on an example of what that means in reality. Their LGBTQ plus ERG had a scholarship program where they exclusively gave to LGBTQ plus identifying people. That is no longer going to be the case. Any scholarship program through any ERG has to be open to everybody. And frankly, I think that is how it should be. It should be fair, open to everybody, and everybody has an equal opportunity. This part here about suppliers essentially makes clear that they are no longer focused on minority supplier programs. It is going to be about small business, period, for everybody, minorities, and everybody else included. So no preferential treatment. Number five, and y'all know this is one of my favorite ones always, the external surveys. Yes, that means AT&T will no longer be participating in the HRC CEI Corporate Equality Index, which is essentially a social credit system that forced transgender ideals into the workplace, forced conversations about LGBTQ+, forced pride, forced companies to do all kinds of crazy behaviors, and it is no longer going to be a part of AT&T's future. They are going to get out of the business of division. They're going to just focus on the core business. Number six here is a great one. It's about sponsorships and partnerships going forward, and there are going to be a lot of changes. Essentially, they are only going to be making sponsorships and partnerships that are directly related to the core business. They are not going to do anything that is going to end up being divisive and is going to push people apart. Some exclusive detail I can give you on that. They are no longer going to be donating to groups like the Trevor Project. The Trevor Project, for those of you who don't know, they claim to be there for preventing suicide in kids. However, they have a very, very concerning feature on their website, which I will show you here. This quick exit feature is used on the website so kids can hide the fact that they were on the website. So you might be thinking, if they're there to save kids from suicide who identify as LGBTQ, maybe that is not the craziest thing in the world. Well, they also have chat rooms on there where they have been caught with adults having extremely inappropriate sexual conversations with kids. This is not okay. And I'm happy to see a corporation say, you know what, this is maybe not something that aligns with our brand. Part of that partnership was a guide on how to be an ally to trans and non-binary youth. That is going away. This partnership is officially over. AT&T is also ending their Turn Up the Love campaign, one where they previously presented a conversation on how queer cinema advances greater opportunities. That is also over now. Number seven here is pretty self-explanatory. self-explanatory. Essentially, they know about President Trump's executive orders. They are going to follow the executive orders. They are a government contractor. They understand the consequences. And in that vein, I have a great announcement. They are no longer going to have a Chief Diversity Officer at AT&T. In addition to that good news, I have even better news. There are no more DEI trainings from this day forward at AT&T across the entire company. Number 8 here is pretty self-explanatory. Essentially what it says is that they're going to continue to invest in communities that need it, but it's going to be based on geography, the areas that need it the most, not on anything else. Going back to the initial message, some key points to point out here. They talk about needing a skilled workforce that understands their customers. Also about driving growth and delivering shareholder value. They're reorienting the focus of business, again, at a major company to what? Making money. This is capitalism, and they want to do a good job for their customers. They want to make money for their shareholders. That is what companies need to be doing, not acting as an arm for activism for a political party. And one more exclusive for you guys that I'm very happy to bring you. There will no longer be pronoun pins. That is right. They are canceling their pronoun pins. That is no longer going to be something that employees have in their style guide. Lastly, if you love what we do, then please subscribe to my X page, or you can make a one-time contribution at the link within the description here. It helps us to pay our researchers and for us to continue this mission to end wokeness in corporate America. And also, by the way, you may have noticed this video looks a little bit different. It's going to begin to look even more different soon because this behind me is a very small piece of a new thing that we are building out that is going to help us to deliver tons of content, educational, news on this front, and many other things. So stay tuned for that. You guys are getting a first look at it right now, but it is going to be beautiful. I promise you guys that. As always, we could not do it without your support, without your voices. You guys are the reason that these companies change, not me. I am just a megaphone for you guys. So thank you for trusting me to be that. We are going to keep at it. There will be new companies soon.